Sonic Super Duper fans, I am sorry. I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to like this game, but I did, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, or to make a video about it. Welcome to completion number 80 of the Potato Backlog project. I don't buy any new games unless I complete enough of my old ones. It's simple math. Make sure you stick around to the end of the video for the most controversial rating system of 2024, the Tater Raider, and let's go. If you haven't seen my Sonic CD video, you should probably watch that too. I'm a casual Sonic fan, not a hardcore diehard, and I'm guessing that's probably why I enjoyed Sonic Forces more than most. The game isn't perfect by any means. It has its issues, and I will talk about them. But for a gamer who expects to go fast when he plays a Sonic game, this game delivered. Sonic Forces starts out with Sonic actually being defeated. With Sonic out of the way, Dr. Eggman is able to take over the world in only like 6 months. Knuckles forms a resistance movement with other familiar Sonic friends to fight back against the Eggman. The big surprise for me here was the ability to create a character to use in-game. You're referred to as Rookie within the resistance movement, and you get to customize and put together a look for your character early on in the game. Completing levels unlocks items and different weapons for your avatar. You even have the ability to rent different avatars on some levels, which from what I could figure out is basically just using another player's look. It didn't seem to affect the gameplay in any way. The levels are a mix between 2D side-scrolling with sections of running forwards or backwards. The switching between the two mid-level was visually pretty cool, but there isn't really any true 3D platforming gameplay here. While moving forward, there are different paths available at times to find different collectibles, but for the most part, the sections felt fairly simple, safe, and controlled. Design-wise, I can understand a little bit why the levels might be this way. It's easier to give the player a sense of insane speed if you control where they're going a little bit more. But as a gamer, you always want the most control of your character and what you can do with them. I think that's been the struggle for Sonic games since trying to go 3D, finding and walking that line of keeping things fast, but also keeping them fun and interesting. Sonic Forces also has some classic style levels included. Old Sonic shows up through an interdimensional timey-wimey magic portal of some sort, and the game throws in levels specifically built for this version of Sonic. No weapons, no insta-dash, and no homing jump. This for me is where I felt the game starts spreading itself a little bit thin. You start to see why some of the main levels don't feel as fully realized as they probably could have been. It's like they had all these things they wanted to do and all these different ideas, but didn't fully develop them all and follow through on everything to its fullest potential. They had a fun idea and core mechanic concept with the create a character avatar. They introduced different weapon types to use, which also had different uses for level exploration. I think designing the game's level around switching between your avatar and modern Sonic on the fly would have been the optimal choice here. Focusing more on that idea and designing levels around that, I think they could have created something really special. Even though I had fun and enjoyed most of the levels, I don't think the classic Sonic levels were really needed. They feel a little out of place for me when looking back. Maybe they were just trying to pack in everything they thought that the fans wanted. There's even a generations joke modern Sonic makes to old school Sonic. Just leave that gimmick in that game. Let it be special on its own. For me, unless you have the development time to fully realize this much jumping around, it's probably best to just take the basic core idea and build it up to be the best that it could be. The boss fights were pretty fun, nothing insanely innovative. They were serviceable and visually impressive. The game did feel a little bit on the short side. 30 main missions with some secret unlockable missions. There were also SOS side missions that would pop up as a way to get you to revisit already completed missions. For myself, a gamer with no real fandom stake in the game or the Sonic character, the levels were mostly fun and enjoyable. The sense of speed and excitement was there throughout the entire game. The create a character avatar system was fun and cool because it was something that I just didn't know was part of the game. So overall, after completion, my experience ended up being pretty positive. 3 happy potato faces out of 5. A fun, fast platformer with a silly story about defeating a dude named Dr. Eggman. With that, the Backlog project rolls on. Thank you so much for watching. Be kind to yourselves and others that deserve it. We're on to the next one. I think we need potato skin for the Sonic avatar. Let's see how fast he can go. This is why I don't make games. Maybe I should make games. And let's go. They had a fun idea and core mechanic. A fun, fast